Thank you, Ari. Thank you to Ari and Les and all of you. You know, I called Ari early this morning to tell him that I had run into traffic coming up from Greenwich, and in the background I heard all kinds of children probably advocating for breakfast. And it reminded me of those moments in my life with 4 children when so much was going on in our household, and both the importance and the joy of being a parent. Today, as parents, as citizens, as supporters of the United States and its freedoms, its constitutional rights, as well as Israel, we're gathered today, and I will just say very bluntly, I cannot imagine a more important place to be than right here on this corner in West Hartford. I cannot imagine a more consequential reason to be here today. There are a lot of important places in the world: the floor of the United States Senate, the White House, wherever. But your presence here today is so profoundly moving and important, because you're taking a stand. You're telling the world, we will not be intimidated. We will not be frightened. We will not back down. We will not abandon the rights of free expression and our support for peaceful expression to bring the hostages home. When I heard about the attack in Boulder, I was literally on my way back from a visit to Ukraine, my 7th visit, where people are fighting for the very freedom that we are exercising right here. They are fighting against a brutal, brazen Russian assault, trying to silence them. That's happening all around the world. We cannot allow it in this country, either from a menace abroad or from violent terrorism in this country. That's why your being here is so important, and why you're bringing your children is so significant. Your children will take away from today, and the world will take away a lesson in courage and conviction. You're not going to let anyone silence you in peaceful expression. That is the core of our constitutional freedoms, the right to speak out and be heard. And the converse is also true. Silence is complicity. Silence is not neutrality. Silence is not okay. Silence is complicity. If you fail to speak out against violence, against terrorism, against suppression of rights, you are complicit. And that is why I'm here today to say we will not be silent. We will continue to march. We'll continue to protest. We will continue to say, bring them home. Bring the hostages home. Every one of us is a hostage until the hostages are brought home. Every one of us is a victim of the attack in Boulder if we remain silent. Every one of us is part of the loss of our freedoms if we fail to stand up and speak out and show up. This is a time to show up. And I'll just close with this story, and some of you may have heard me tell it before, but a year ago, almost on this date, 2 days ago, on June 6th, I was in Normandy. I was there to celebrate the 80th anniversary of D-Day. I brought a delegation of 20 of my colleagues, Republicans and Democrats, to that ceremony to mark the 80th day of our landing in Normandy. I'm looking around this crowd, and I don't think anybody was there. Maybe some of you were alive. But we were there to make sure we never forget the bravery of that day. And I met a number of the veterans who were there. And then I walked through the American cemetery. You've seen it, rows on rows of markers, crosses, and Jewish stars. Eloquent in their silence. And then I walked to Omaha Beach. Omaha Beach is 3 football fields long. 3 football fields long. No trees, no dunes, nothing to provide cover. On that day, 81 years ago now, our boys, they were only boys, 18, 19 years old, not much older than some of the kids who are here, jumped into water 8 feet deep with 80 pounds on their back under a hail of mortar fire and machine gun, and they crossed that